Hey, Land Shark, you around?
Oh, hey, what's up? I was getting some wood for the fire here, keeping the stove. Bud, where you been?
Bud, I took Dimitri here out for a walk. You don't understand, there's a dang zombie apocalypse down the hill.
Well, that's one thing I've always said about southeastern Kentucky. Way too many zombies. And with that, welcome back to the KPLS Cryptid Horror and Survival Show.
Man, it's been a while here, Land Shark.
It has. We've had a little bit of time off because of work and real life situations.
Yeah, got a lot on our plates right now, buddy.
We are back.
We are back.
We are live. We got a lot of things coming down the pipe for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We've been keeping in touch with our friends over there at Haunted Trail Chaos. Got some big things coming up. Some real big things coming up this spooky season. And everything we do leads into the spooky season. And I know you're looking around and say, Kung Fu, Land Shark.
Where we at?
Where y'all at? Why y'all fenced in? Why y'all back behind the barriers? Well, for one reason and one reason only today, my man. What are we talking about?
We're talking about what would happen if there's a zombie apocalypse happens to you.
One of my favorite genres today. I love the zombie genre. So we're going to go into talking about some zombie movies.
Yeah. Some good,
some bad. But we'll go into talking about that show that everybody loved when it first came out. When that opening credit song hit, everybody loved it.
Yep.
The Walking Dead. Now, I'm coming from a place of pure enjoyment, love. Now, I was disappointed some, yeah, I was, but I really, really love the series. My man.
I've been disappointed since season 4.
So, and we might talk some of the spin-offs if you got to see those. I've got to see the Daryl Dixon spin-off. Did I like it? Was I broken-hearted? We'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about 3 different zombie survival needs. Okay, so I'm getting a little tongue-tied there. I'm sorry. It's cold.
Yep.
We're braving the weather today. It's a
crisp 38 degrees.
Crisp 38 degrees out here in southeastern Kentucky. We got the fire stoked. I will be stepping off camera to keep that going because one of the biggest basic zombie survival needs that you need is how to prepare a meal. Morale. And that's what my man's going to be coming in at.
So stay tuned for my segment here. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, to have a little chow time with KP.
Oh, yeah. So we introduced that on the camping trip. And before we go any further, we appreciate y'all commenting on the camping videos. We appreciate everybody that liked, subscribed since that, all the views that we got, all the feedback. We appreciate everything. Sorry that it had to be chopped up like it was, but it was during the holiday season.
Yeah.
We're back now. As we said, there's 3 basic zombie needs that can come into play. These are something that you don't think about. One, as he said, is morale. And a good meal after a day of killing zombies, scrounging, trying to survive. What's better than coming back to the compound and having a good meal prepared for you?
Very good.
Okay, and two others. What's another one we're going to talk about today, my man?
Very important aspect you got to remember, folks. Apocalypse hits. Ammo's going to be scarce.
You're
not going to be able to find ammo.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a production of it.
Yeah. You ain't going to be able to fire Dimitri.
Dimitri over here.
The Glock might not have...
I don't think I can find that 7.62 54R.
Yeah. And
in southeastern Kentucky that easy.
The Glock, might not be able to fill the mags no more. So we're going to talk about 2 ways to remedy that. One, we're going to talk about some recurve bow. You're going to have some clips of me and Panda taking shots with the recurve bow, practicing on that because we're going to start practicing what we preach, as we said. So we're going to be out here shooting a little recurve for y'all. And then my specialty, my love, we're going to throw some axes because what's better than a good silent cue?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're going to do
great.
today. So we appreciate y'all coming back. Sorry that we've been gone so long. Hey, we're back in it now. Content coming. Content coming. So, Kung Fu, as we lead into this, let's talk about your favorite zombie genre movies. And while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get a little bit more for the fire.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a big fan of George A. Romero. I've been a big fan since his 1964 Land Shark, 68, Night of the Living Dead. I thought it was a genius film. I thought that concept of these slow fires drop down over here a little bit. Slow zombies that don't look like they're really much of a threat, but if you don't,
you get them all together and they're all hungry.
Exactly, just like that. I always like that, and his films are always good. It's one of the first that you get to see the downfall of what the human society would be within the years after the first initial outbreak.
Right.
You know, it's very good. I'm a really big fan. I'm not sure about you, but I've always liked the 28 days, 28 weeks later. And, ladies and gentlemen, 28 years later is going to be coming out
I've
soon.
seen that. They were coming out. It's been a long time since we've had a zombie movie.
Yep.
So that's going to be the first one in years, I believe. So I'm a bigger fan of Romero myself.
Yep.
I really like the slow-paced moving zombies. Now, I love the remake that they done of Dawn of the Dead.
2004, yeah.
With Ving Rhames in it.
Yep.
The faster moving zombies. That was a really, really good movie. Very gory, but it stuck to the original content. It didn't kind of wander off and do its own thing, but just kind of modernized everything. It was really, really good. I'm a huge Ving Rhames fan anyway.
Yeah.
He crushed it. Loved his character in the movie. I like movies like that. I loved World War Z.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it, but
Okay.
if you've read the books, which I don't read, I do listen to audiobooks while I work out
Yep.
and such. Y'all have heard me talk about that. It was almost true to the content, just a little different because the audiobooks go through files and stuff, and it's different characters' points of view.
Yep.
So to follow one main character, and Brad Pitt did an excellent job. I don't think the prick does a bad movie. I mean,
No.
he always acts his butt off. You might not like him or whatever, but he is a pretty good actor. He done a really good job in that. And I love, like I said, the zombie genre. You've seen it. The Zombie Survival Guide. Max A. Brooks, who is Mel Brooks' son, was scared to death of George A. Romero's original Night of the Living Dead. So he wrote a New York Times bestseller, How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. It is in there on the book rack of the Land Shark comic room. I love this genre. A lot of people say it's overhyped, overplayed. I love it. George A. Romero come out with a few movies before he passed. Long Live the King, though. And, I mean, he was the godfather of the zombies. He come out with a few Blair Witch style found footage, Survival of the Dead and Diary of the Dead. Survival of the Dead was okay. I really, really freaking enjoyed Diary of the Dead. That was a really well done flick.
Well, the good thing about George A. Romero flicks is they all have the same theme, and they keep the same theme the whole throughout.
Exactly.
It's always the initial survival, and you deal with it.
Yeah, how do you deal with it? And, there's always a really human aspect to his movies too. That like he draws you in, and you really either hate the characters or you love the characters. And like he makes the guys that are supposed to be the bad guys, he makes them really, really bad, to where you just God, I hope he gets his throat ate out or something like that. So I really enjoy his movies, man, and really loved Diary of the Dead, as I said. So. This is going to be a clip show. I know I'm rambling on. This is going to be a clip show. So we're going to be doing some activities for y'all. What do you think we get to the first one?
I think we show some folks how to arm your bows, baby.
Boy, Land Shark, as we said, we've moved into the archery zone. What I got here is a little recurve bow from Recurve Survival. They specialize in making handy dandy little cheap survival bows. This one was probably graded for killing small game. Not going to take no big buck with it. It comes with just you would have to get better arrows and a better tip. But in a survival situation, you got that walker, you got that rodder bearing down on you. With enough practice, and that ain't good enough, but enough practice, enough reps, I think it'll kill. Shoot 3 shots, okay? Yeah. So back here with my second shot. It was the first time I've shot in months. So let's see how the second one goes.
I think that's center mass.
Believe we can get it done. All right, shot number 3. Get her done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kung Fu Panda here. Sucker shooting the bow. It's a disappointment to my Asian ancestors, but I'm going to channel them. Hopefully this crash course by Land Shark get me going. Let's go. Shot number 2. Let's go. Third shot, I stepped a little bit further back.
In all fairness, Koreans use a longbow.
Yes. Yeah, land shark. That was an experience for me, at least.
So that was the first time we've both got to do that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's been, gosh, about 7 months since I've shot.
A lot longer
than that for you. So that's not what training's about. Kind of disappointed in ourselves right now.
Yeah.
You know, we was a little bit further back more than we probably should have been trying to practice and get back into the swing of things to knock off that rust. But we wanted to put out good content. We want to put out content showing that we don't just talk it, we walk it. We're about it.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of bow. Now I wouldn't take that bow into a Sasquatch or a Wendigo or a Skinwalker situation, but now if I'm having to fend off some zombie horde, or you know, just try to infiltrate a building and it might have some zombies inside of it, I would definitely use that. I think it would penetrate a rodder enough to get the job done and make the kill.
I think a good aspect we got to tell the folks back home is you definitely got to train. Recurve is punishment on you.
Yeah. It's an exercise. It's very like you said you're starting to fatigue a little bit right there, right?
That last shot I was starting to fatigue.
So we showed you 3 shots, but we shot a lot just to get the practice in. There is going to be a cutting room floor montage coming up. We plan on having a movie marathon. We're grown ups. We pay taxes. You won't get to see it, but we're gonna have some adult beverages, and we're gonna do a bloopers thing for you with probably have Big Jake on that night. Just all of us hanging out, shooting the bull and having fun and watching some good horror, because we ain't had a family night in a while. I think it's needed. I think it's needed. So that'll be coming up. But hey, that's one down. We got another one to go. What are we about to move on to?
And it's something I dread because I lacked on it for the last year and a half. But we're going to throw some axes, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I've not thrown like I used to, but we've got my just practice axes. They're not the best, but just for beating around, throwing, and just training. My practice axes are they're not bad, so they'll get the job done for us today. Be able to shoot some content and work on getting that front cranium of that. All right, here we are with some of our practice axes. I carry one like this, similar to the one on my kit. So let's see if we can keep these walkers at bay without making too much noise. Rock and roll.
Oh, man. Out of everything that makes Kung Fu Panda very aggravated, especially the man behind the camera saying, hey, all you just got to do is do this. Well, you know, it's a lot harder when it's not you. So let's try it now. Let me tell you something. You know how bad I hate axes? I hate
Wait. So if you train like I told you, I wouldn't have had to disarm you.
I don't see the practical use for using axes. What do you got a firearm?
Are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
Would some chow time with Kung Fu make you feel better?
Yes, it would.
Okay, let's do that then. All right, so we're back. That was a little bit of the axe throwing. That's something dear to my heart. I used to be outstanding at it. I'm a little rusty, I feel like. So that's something I know that I'm going to add to the practice coming up.
Apparently I need to do it more too.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to lead into one of my new favorite things with the show.
Yep.
Chow time, Kung Fu, and we're going to talk a little bit about some Walking Dead while we're doing that. So we're going to tend to the fire. We're going to get the food ready, and we're going to have a zombie conversation while my man cooks a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting this skillet nice and hot. Let's getting there. We're gonna give that a few more extra seconds. We're gonna pan sear these steaks with some herbs and garlic butter. Stay tuned. That butter sizzling all over that pan. All right. Okay, it's no problem. There. At least for me, I like it rare. Woo! I would have cried. I would have cried. There's the best part. Don't catch the cooking.
You know.
All right, Land Shark, tell me how it is. Show me, go ahead and eat that steak. Think about that steak for us.
So, my man, well, utensils. It's post-apocalyptic. It's supposed to be savage, right? So good. So good.
Come back around. Gotta get my little taste. Oh man, that's killer.
Mm-hmm.
I think ain't nothing better. Chow time with KP. I'll tell you one thing, buddy. Ain't nothing better than a steak
I'm
over a fire.
telling you, man, listen, so you see what's left of our little makeshift stove right there. If my man can do anything else. He lacks some training on the axe throwing and apparently the temperament this week. But I tell you what, he crushed it in a good meal. Yeah, boy.
That's an important thing, man.
My man can always cook some beef.
Listen, a good meal, good warm meal, good flavorful meal is a morale boost.
And it is. And listen, so yeah, you're going to see it's a big steak, but and that's going to be hard to find. Oh, y'all supposed to be training for the zombie apocalypse. Well,
You ever killed a deer?
Yeah.
You ever cut your own meat?
But also, man, we do this for fun.
Yeah.
And this is the time for us to get to be brothers and hang out and enjoy. So that's actually what we, why not have a good meal while we're training?
Exactly.
I don't have to eat raccoon yet. Do I? Yeah, if it's shot or killed. I don't have to eat, possum right now. I'm not having to get into our venison leftovers. Like we, enjoy a meal. This man can cook a heck of a stew.
Yep.
So anytime he wants to do cooking with kung fu, I'm down, man.
Yep.
And we used to do these things with our buddy that's in the military now.
Yep.
The cowboy cookouts.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
As long as there was potatoes and no onions, it was great.
Oh yeah. That's stew for a week.
But the moral of the story today is, man, we hit on some zombie stuff, and that's what we're going to get into right now. Let's talk Walking Dead.
All right, you go ahead and hit your points because I got a lot to say.
So my biggest knock, let's say the adding one of the positives I love from the comic to the big screen or the silver screen or whatever you want to call it. I love the addition of the redneck Daryl, super redneck.
Yeah, that's really good.
I love the character of Daryl. I love Norman Reedus anyway. Loved him in Boondock Saints. Two of my favorite movies. 1 and 2. I prefer 1, but 2 was also really enjoyable. So Norman's a really dope guy, and I love the character of Daryl. Andrew Lincoln, he crushed the character of Rick Grimes. Carl! But I loved him as Rick. But one of my biggest knocks was some of the story writing. Not every episode was a great episode, but you get that. But some of the even the seasons were not good seasons. I think at the end they really couldn't figure out how to end it themselves. But I've watched some of the spin-offs. I really am disappointed with the Daryl Dixon show, which now I'm only so many episodes into it. I will finish it. Life caught up, and I didn't get into that as much as I wanted to. But my biggest knock is, like Rambo. The book was based in Madison County, Kentucky.
Yep.
This book, the comic, was based in Kentucky, and
for at least the first quarter of it.
First quarter of it, and Robert Kirkman, he's from up there in Covington. And that was the biggest thing I had on it. It's like, oh man, I wish they'd had more Kentucky stuff in it.
Yep.
But I was a fan of it. We used to hold watch parties.
Yep.
Back when, especially when I played semi-pro football, we'd always meet up after practice on Sunday and get Taco Bell and just kind of munch out and watch Walking Dead, man.
Yeah.
So where do you come from with it?
Okay, so that first season, the director and producer Frank Darabont is one of my favorite directors. He makes some really good films, and his storylines are really good. And they follow more closely to what the original source material was.
Right.
And once they fired him, it just went downhill story-wise. I mean, at one point, and I've said this in previous episodes, at what point do you make a zombie genre series, make it less about zombies? That's the main thing. And my biggest gripe, because I watched it last season, and I was like, it has to do something. Got to finish it out. And they bringing up an idea that was already implemented in the first season.
And it took all the way to...
Exactly. It's like, why are you forgetting details in the first season? And the detail I'm talking about is you don't have these smart zombies that can climb a ladder, pick up a rock, when you see that all in the first season. And you just forget about it for the rest of the thing.
Right. And
that's what gets me upset about it.
And it really was cursed with a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
It was.
With a lot of, I say behind-the-scenes, like a lot of the studios. They had a lot of bickering back and forth with some of their big stars.
The reason why season 3 was all at season 2 was all at a damn farm is because they lost their budget and they couldn't do anything else.
Right.
So they had to sit at a farm.
Right.
And it wasn't that bad, but still, it's just, you're ruining some stuff.
As far as it goes, there was some really big reveals in that season, but they had to do something because, like you said, you had to tell a good story because you're trapped on one.
You're trapped in one location.
One location, and now there was some really big reveals that year.
Yep.
That you had Rick kill Shane.
Yep.
And at the end of that, wasn't that when it was revealed? Which
everybody's already infected.
Yeah, Rick was already told that everybody's already infected. So there's some big reveals. But I really enjoyed The Walking Dead for what it was. I even like some of the future stuff. I love the character Michonne.
Yep.
Oh man, she was dope, dude.
Yeah.
She's probably one of my favorite characters in anything. I love the character of Maggie Green. She's absolutely a goddess.
Yep.
I love her. She's so beautiful. But you know, as far as zombie stuff goes, it's up there in my top 5 as a series. I didn't like Fear the Walking Dead so much, but you know, like I said, I'm a zombie guy, man. You put a good zombie flick out, I'm going to watch it. And I've here of lately, I've got to get back into that. I've not been doing slashers so much. Done a lot of vampire, a lot of monster stuff,
Yep.
and zombies go into monster stuff.
Yep.
Me and the boy are going to have a werewolf marathon sometime soon. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yep.
He's getting into that. So
It's really awesome.
so kind of getting close. We've had a long afternoon.
Yes, it has.
It's been a long afternoon
Been a
since the sun
long
started to
one.
go down. So we want to be able to enjoy some time with each other because we ain't got to hang out.
Yep.
We want to put some content out because we got some things coming.
Yep.
We've got the Land Shark outfit reveal.
It's
So
coming soon.
my man always rocking the olive green. My man's always rocking, you know, the kung fu apparel.
Yep.
I've been asked why do I switch back and forth so much, because I've not found one that I'm confident with, but I think I found something that it hits on all of my favorite characters, and it's going to be practical and it's going to actually work. So it's Molly compatible, and I'm going to reveal it hopefully here in the upcoming months or upcoming shows. We need to talk about our next show. We need to get up with Mr. Chaos the Clown
Yes, we do.
and see what he's got lurking in the bowels of his dungeon.
Yep.
So, you know, as we can see, the sun's going down. We appreciate y'all as always. This is gonna be a different show, but we always appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Yep.
Hopefully we can entertain y'all. We wanted to get out and do something. We actually had a camping trip planned, but the people kind of backed out of letting us on the
Yep.
property. One of the owners didn't feel comfortable with us carrying weapons on his property, and
happens.
and it happens, and he didn't know us, and we really didn't know them. So, not to get in no situation, we just kind of threw this together for y'all and give me a chance to watch some zombie movies last night, and let's talk about zombies and get to shoot some bow and throw some axes today, and work on a little bit of hand-to-hand disarming. So, with that being said. With that being said, we are coming to a close. You got anything to say, brother?
I think it's been a good day. It's been a while. It's glad to get KPLS boys coming back around.
Yeah, and we're back again. So work's starting to slow down again, right?
Starting to.
Okay, so my man stays busy. Sometimes they keep him on the weekends, and that's the only time we can really do anything.
Yeah.
You know, we're back. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient. This is your boy Land Shark. As always, I'm saying it's better to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. So you better go and grab it.
And I'm Kung Fu Panda. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always remember, you ain't got time to bleed.
And
to keep on moving.
And with that being said, wait till you see this year's Halloween costume. I already got a plan.
Rock and roll, baby.